The Russell Westbrook trap. There's a reason we all have such a problem letting go of old tools, methodologies, and processes. They worked. We're all addicted to success. Failure feels awful, while winning feels good. We'll take a quick, small win over a giant risk any day. In fact, we're so excited about the feeling of winning, we'll sacrifice true accomplishments for a mirage of it. Don't believe me? Look no further than NBA player Russell Westbrook. Westbrook is a former MVP and the triple-double king of the NBA. He had 194 triple-doubles by the time I started this book. No other basketball player can touch that statistic. He's one of my favorite athletes to watch, playing with incredible intensity, barreling down the court with electrifying dunks. Watch him play a game, and basketball fan or not, you'll think he's the best player on the floor. And he'll likely dazzle the commentators with his stats. But those stats never translate to wins. In fact, teams can't get rid of Westbrook fast enough. He's been moved from Oklahoma City to Houston to Washington to Los Angeles all within 3 years. The problem isn't that he's not good. The problem is more so that he was good. His style was successful for the Oklahoma City Thunder. There, he gained such a badass reputation that he wasn't able to let go of his old style. He isn't willing to try something new that will tarnish his stats. The risk is just too great. Apparently, he'd rather lose games as long as his numbers tell him that he's doing well. Overall, his identity is wrapped up in triple-doubles. It's like he's getting style points for his breaststroke, but he's getting lapped in the pool. I call this the Russell Westbrook trap, an unwillingness to let go of identity. One of my mentors and favorite ex-partners at Deloitte, Paul Mark Fournette, used this phrase when talking with oil executives. He'd tell them, to their face, "You guys are so fat, rich, and lazy that you can't see the future." Yeah, Paul Mark, he was a gangster. Individuals and entire companies fall into the Russell Westbrook trap. Old bands keep coming back for reunion tours. Once retired athletes keep coming back for an encore. Movie studios get one hit, and 3 sequels later, we're still seeing commercials for Expendables 4. And the more successful you once were, the nastier the teeth of your own personal Russell Westbrook trap. The Russell Westbrook trap means that experts are more likely to be victims of disruption. Spielberg, one of the greatest filmmakers of all time, once got so mad that a new web-only studio, Netflix, was sweeping the Oscars that he suggested the Academy shouldn't allow them to compete against him. Even the GOAT, that's greatest of all time, filmmaker had become a bit fat, rich, and lazy. The more successful your former tools, techniques, and ideas were, the more they became ingrained in your own mind, until eventually you see these as part of you. To stop working the way you did previously would be to become someone new, or so you think. Let go of status. Our identity is not only built upon the tools and methodologies of yesteryear, but on the status we receive from previous accomplishments. When others congratulate us on our projects, we want to repeat the action. When we work hard to ace a class, our GPA reflects an uptick, and again, we want to repeat the action. Status is embedded in our DNA. When we win, others notice. We notice, and our status with our coworkers, our company, and our industries rises as a result. Our brain says yes. That status feels good. In Paul Fussel's 1992 book, Class, A Guide Through the American Status System, he discussed how backsliding and status is one of the greatest fears for any person in society. Russell Westbrook may not be winning games, but he does get to hear triple-doubles all the time. And giving up that isn't easy. In your world, you must proactively decouple your identity from your status, particularly as you gain success. When I say proactive, I mean it. If you want to practice disrupting yourself, then start by reducing your own status. And listen, if you've gotten this far in this audition, I promise you the entire audiobook is going to be delicious. Thank you so much for listening.